answers all.
Hi and welcome everyone. While we watch UFO leaving the surface of the moon from the inside of it, or bunker, whatever you want to call it, it's a launch. You can call it that too. You can call it many things. I really appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time to view the research. It took me a couple of years probably to understand that, yes, there's a lot of fakery, there's a lot of bullcrap, and I'm sure many of the other channels and each and every one of you guys doing UFO research like me will agree with me, and it makes it hard for the ones trying to show the truth. I get it. Aside from that, I think you all know that amateur or professional, showing what I just showed, I'm an amateur, it's still a secret. So no matter who shows a secret, it could cause maybe certain problems. I've spoken about this several times, and listen, it took me a while to get to this point. Don't forget, I had to locate the UFO fleet, slow it down. Then I had to understand that, whoa, there were certain other UFOs that were actually joining the fast-moving fleet. When you see, this is, hey, guys, this is slowed down. Yes, that's right, slowed down. I'm telling you, I was just turning. I almost missed this UFO fleet. They are fast as hell. I'm telling you, it's pretty fast. So, who are they? China? Do you know that in August they launched something? China, and they're very capable. They are space capable. They launched something very special, right? In August. Just saying, okay? Not even going to talk about it that much, but if China are the ones in these UFOs, maybe that's why the Pentagon is saying that they were not sure and still are not sure whether it's a foreign country, let's just say. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Even if it was, they'd have to be pretty advanced. So I highly doubt that it would be them and or them alone. So everything you're seeing in this video are all different captures on the surface of the moon. With a 14-inch telescope, I started out with a smaller telescope, but the lights were very small. But the only problem is that when you zoom up, you see some pixelation. You must understand there's atmosphere also on the moon. There's the atmosphere and disturbances that are between Earth and the moon. But these are real objects. And when you look at the way they're going by, of course, some, if not all of them, could be debris. Lots of people tell me that. Yes, I understand. That's why I get and have gotten more proof of UFOs lifting up off of the surface. So it's not just one finding, right? Like a lot of you, and this is for, by the way, somebody that asked me to gather a whole bunch of captures together and for me to show like one video of all my work. It would be a 6-hour video. There's too much to show. Definitely too much to show, sorry. But here's the thing. Showing a whole bunch of captures, people are not understanding exactly what I'm showing. So just throwing out captures, sometimes I take the time to explain to them. Like these, for example, if you study them and say, whoa, they almost look like they're flying in formation, triangular formation. Now here's what I'm shooting at you, is that an aircraft's not going to fly right behind another aircraft. Well, they can for certain reasons, but you know what I mean, so that they won't hit each other, their distance, etc. So we can use those guidelines to, decipher whether it's just debris or not. What about these lights appearing in the darkness of the craters? It's not sun reflection. Some of these lights have colors. I've seen blue UFOs. Here's 2 UFOs of the same type arriving. Check it out. It's pretty scary. It's on the east side of the moon, which I turned over. And this slowed down a little bit. It's about the speed. So I don't know if you notice, it's illuminating the lights in the background, seeing mountainous objects, which you'd never see. But zooming in, you can see this, these UFOs going down to the moon. Here's a funny thing. I've been starting to really get into ways to explain to people whether they are UFOs or satellites that I'm capturing. That's a UFO train, Elon Musk, that I've showed live going by. But let's take a infrared converted slow down look. Does that look like anything I've ever showed you flying by in the sky? No. And don't forget, these satellites, they go up in orbit. They rise. They even took down all the ones that were reflective, not to be a nuisance to larger telescopes. Have I ever showed you these objects going by when not one of them looked the same? It's an infrared shot of satellites as compared to the lights that I usually capture, which are going by, right? Which are really big and, of course, close. I needed a lot more proof to show that something or someone, some intelligent being was on the surface of the moon. And by looking at this, trust me, it took me years. I came up with a whole bunch of theories. In reality, the lights, it is a power source. We can see the smoke as they lift up off different areas, but they're moving fast. And look at the lights over to the right. They're hiding in the lights. And that became a revelation where, even though I don't work for a scientific association, it's definitely a capture that's top secret, like this one here. A UFO, let's see it again, going down to the surface, really closer to the surface, but it flares up and you see the whole surface before it goes down. What about these types of UFOs? Do you see how there's different characteristics? So there has to be different groups that we have to classify them in, and that's exactly what the Pentagon and the three branches of military in the United States said. I'm just trying to find truth in what everyone says without judging any association, but I'll tell you what, there's a lot of different unidentified aerial phenomena. Now, hang on, let's see this again, and I'm going to explain exactly what you're looking at. Now, I didn't find all this stuff in one day. It's my 6th year of research. There's an object that's flaring up, that's flying over the surface, in the air of the surface. How many thousands of feet, we don't know. But it catches on fire or it becomes illuminated. It must be a fire, and we can see smoke coming off of it. So, unidentified aerial phenomena on the moon. Some of these look like they are alive, like living organisms or creatures. Check this out. A light explosion or flash appears on the right in a green circle, but on the left at the same time, exact same time, simultaneously, another light lights up, and the one on the right disappears, and another light appears in the center. Do you have any idea how long that took me to see that? And I didn't just show it once. I showed it 10, 15 times, different events. What's this, a UFO? Is that what we call a biological UFO? They say they have a conscience? Yeah, damn right. They're probably alive. This UFO leaving a spot on the surface. Yet again, another different type of UFO or characteristic. When it leaves, it doesn't seem to lift up and leave. It looks like it sort of just disappears and appears elsewhere, like it's teleporting itself across the moon. Again, just showing all the different type of characteristics. With my infrared camera in the sky, and it was infrared. We see a light going by, and nearby we see some type of square appear. I'll get in a little closer, a lot closer. We'll slow it down. So again, a UFO light going by with the infrared camera. In the background, again, that bloody square flash that we see often. Someone says, it's pixelation. Nope, because the one on the left would be a big square, and it's not. This, I started filming the orbs and stuff, and I said, maybe one will materialize and remain solid. And listen, you're seeing it. It becomes solid. Some of these objects become solid. It's like you're literally filming it in the sky, and you're like, what the heck is that? So remember the satellites I showed you in the center of the video? Look at these lights. These are both UFOs interacting. And they don't look anything like the satellites that I showed you with the infrared camera. This is with an infrared camera. Again, right here. I even have quite a few videos now of them following the planes, which really intrigues me. And again, The three branches of the military spoke about the planes being followed, UFO sightings daily all across the United States of America, and obviously right here in Canada, France, the UK, China, right? We see them. Everyone sees them. Brazil, Spain. There's videos all around the world of these lights and UFOs doing many different things. So these are just two lights that are slowed down. Maybe they're observing each other. Maybe these things are alive. Maybe they're light creatures. You understand how much in the beginning of the UFO evolution, of the understanding of ufology and UFOs, we're very far from that. Not many people are that awake, which is normal. Not insulting anyone, but not everyone believes even now in UFOs, even with the governments talking about it. Everything's hush-hush. And so are the things that I found on the moon. If you believe in this channel, continue to support it. I really appreciate it. Hackers are rolling the views back. If you come back, it fights against them with me. Thanks. Up in their belly party, they coming here so soon. Yeah, aliens up there on the moon. They may be even coming right here soon. Aliens are mining on the moon, yes they are up there. Doesn't matter 'cause disclosure's coming soon. Disclosure's coming